is going to basically be sufficient. I'm just going to see something real quick. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. La di da 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 da. All right, just a bit of recap on this real quick. All right, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. Crystal H. Oh, I forgot what Crystal H is being converted to something else. It's basically going to be part of the Black Series. It's just going to be, you're not going to sell stuff on it. It's going to be pretty much of a giant business card. All right, so let me see. Just gonna say something just to basically get this test going to see how well it's working. From my end with my other phone, got a new provider, cell phone provider. So I'm gonna see how that works. I did a little upgrading for that. All right, so just might include you in what's going on here. Like, that's why is the computer part taken apart? Hardware conflict issues with Dells. So Dells do have conflict issues where basically their hardware will not be or try not to be compatible with your hardware. So certain things in here you can upgrade on a Dell and certain things you can't. I already knew that from the door, which you can upgrade, but I kind of experiment a little bit more to see if I can add in a liquid cooling system to it and with the liquid cooling system take. And the problem is the Dell's alert system was going off in the background. Every time we log into the system, it would basically tell me that there was a case fan failure, there was a power switch failure, there was a failure with the CPU fan, because if you disconnect certain things from the Dell, it will basically plague you with these messages over and over again. So eventually, when the security system kicks in, it would basically lock you out of the motherboard altogether. We just ordered a new board. We got a new board coming on Monday, so we're good. But anyway, it'll do that. So it allows me to gotta understand exactly how these Dells actually work. And these boards are really, really interesting. They are upgradable. You can upgrade the RAM, you can upgrade your graphic card, you can upgrade your CPU. You just can't remove the CPU fan. And there's another conjunction right up in here that I don't know if you can see it or not, but you probably can't. Right up in there, can't remove that either. So you can't take out the USB headers, you can't take out any of the peripherals, you can't remove any of that. Even if you take out a case fan, if you take out a case fan, it alerts the motherboard to say, hey, look, there are parts missing on my board, and you're going to have to go through this nightmare, and I'm not going to allow you to get back into the board. So that's what Dells will do. And the reason why they design them this way is because they don't want anyone tampering with their stuff or upgrading it beyond what it's supposed to be upgraded to. Now, yeah, you can actually add an i7 to this, no problem. i5, i3, whatever, they don't care about that. You're going to upgrade your RAM, whether to 8 or 4, 8, 32. That's the highest you can go, 32 on these boards. And you can upgrade your video card if you want, not a problem. But if you go in and you remove that fan off of here, which again, the fans that they put on here are garbage. They really are just sufficient for a while, but eventually they're going to cause overheating issues. And that's what I'm having with the one underneath the desk right now. Yeah, no one asked you. He's in there having a little attitude today. So bottom line is, if you want to put a liquid cooling on this and you remove that fan, it's automatically going to plague you by saying, hey, look, there's a failure going on. There's a fan missing. So it's like basically their system of self-aware telling you at the end of the day that maybe your fan's loose or this is gone or that's gone. You need to repair this and repair that. It's like a diagnostic check. So can we use the motherboard for the Dell? Not what we want to do. We can't use it. So I want to order me another board. So it should be here on Monday. So Monday we'll have the new motherboard. We'll have the new fans and everything I want to put in here. As you see, I cleaned it up in the case. So the wires look nice and tidy and everything's in the back. And that's what we have to do, just move out the motherboard. And the RAM is actually compatible with the motherboard that I chose. So basically all I have to do is just go in, take this out, remove this right here, take out our RAM. We got our cleaning pads, clean down the thermal paste, take it all off, remove the chip out, put the chip in the other new board. Of course, we got to connect all this in right here. This is the liquid cooling system. And then put the thermal paste on, connect it back on, throw in the RAM, the hard drive, graphic card, and basically just hook up all the wires for power here and power down here. And that's basically about it. And the good thing about the other board is the other board has the headers on it, which means it has the open motherboard fans on it, open fans on the pins on it, the 3-pin system. sorry, 4-pin system, which allowed me to hook this up directly to the board. So yeah, it's funny because it's interesting too. I'm looking at this new board because the board I have is an i5. It's an i5 I have on here, but the board I have, this board doesn't take an M2 solid state drive, but the other one does. It's a more update board for an i3. I think it's an a socket. What was it, 1155? Yeah, 1155 socket. So it allowed me to actually run an M2 solid state drive if I choose to. Roughly up to 2 terabytes on it, but we're gonna have backup on here anyway. So we had 2 terabytes on this already. It allowed me to run 2 terabytes on a solid state drive. So we're gonna run a solid state drive 2 terabytes on that unit, and then on this one we're just gonna run the solid state drive we already have right here. Not solid state, sorry, hard drive we have with 2 terabytes on it. But that's basically about it. Pretty easy and cheesy. I've done Dell boards before. Dell's, one thing I liked about Dell's when I was working on them, their drivers are so easy to get. Where Sony computers were freaking nightmares. If you ever worked on a Sony computer I had, the drivers are nightmares to get. But anyway, yeah, it's just basically just it's good because I get a chance to learn from it. It's the most I've ever stripped out of Dell. Usually if I'm working on a Dell, I don't go anywhere near the fans and I keep everything intact. The only thing I just change over is memory, video card, and that's pretty much basically about it. All I go in and mess with. But this is when I actually got a chance to strip down, and I'm glad I got a chance to see this because if I had did this to the other one under the desk, which is a work PC, and the same reaction would have happened, yeah, that would have been a freaking headache. Which I'm kind of thinking about. I should have just bought 2 boards because we can't do liquid cooling for the PC under the desk. No. Remove that, man. We're going to have all kinds of problems and no error codes are going to pop up if we change out some fans. But usually any other PC you're working on, you can actually change out your fans with no problem. Dell just put in kill switches in so basically you don't tamper with their stuff. Who else does that nonsense? Hitachi. Is it Hitachi's older ultra short throw projectors? If you remove the lamp, it kills the projector, turns it off. It won't cut back on again ever. Unless you can take it back to tech support and the ones who actually initially put it in there and they can basically override it and fix it for you, but nope. Other than that, no. All right, so that's basically about it. I'm gonna test my whatchamacallit. Oh yeah, I might just add this in here because I'm not gonna do another video today besides what I'm doing right now. Went to a restaurant with family yesterday and they had a projection screen in there, and man, and yes, it was a white projection screen and it looked awful. It was horrible. They had this pull down screen. They had this projector, beautiful projector, as always, amazing projectors with white screens. And as I told you before, I can't explain this enough, that majority of the screens that you're going to see in these establishments are going to be white screens. That's what you're going to see. So, and this screen was up in a window. So they had it up in the window, and you can tell how they had to push the screen in where they had a little area up top. They had the lights way out here because you can't have lights making direct contact with the screen. It'll wash it out. It's a white screen. And they had it into a little boxed in cave area. It's like, imagine this and a screen being in here. That's how it was. And they had a little light here and a light here. And that screen was gone. So when they came up to the table, I didn't see it. My sister looked up and saw it. She said, hey, look, give me your business cards. And when I looked up and saw the screen, the woman said, how do you like the screen? I was like, I can't see it because I literally couldn't see the screen. I said, we can upgrade that much better than that. And she was like, oh, what do you mean? Gave her the business card, which in fact, they love them clear cards. And cards actually people love those cards. So I gave one the clear cards and then showed them the videos of the Star Wars screen outside, screens inside, screens with lights on the ceiling. Yeah, they like those right there because if you can get a screen to fire up outside, the big Star Wars screen, and we can get a screen to fire up with lights in the ceiling, automatic sold deal from the door. So I'll be doing the reinstallment for their screen in there, converting it over to black technology. Now it's interesting because I can't laugh enough about this. They had a gray screen in there and they couldn't use it because the gray screen didn't work. You can't use them in fully lit environments. You can't sell that stuff in commercial areas. It won't work. And you know, what are you going to whip through your phone and just show a whole bunch of environments that are super ultra black, dark environments? And we're like, well, that's darker than what we're using in here, because it literally was. You can't have a restaurant that dark because, again, virtually impossible to see what's going on. So can't show any videos like that at all, period. On top of that, they're trying to reach that contrast level, beautiful colors and all that, and our technology can do that. So, yeah, this is going to be a clean sweep through Allentown and every place else because every place we looked at has white screens. And we are experts in ambient light projection technology. And you know what else we sold to them too on top of that? Ad tech. Yes. They advertise commercials right through glass. They can put their entire menu right through a window with no problem whatsoever. And since now we are the only company that has the screen that can absorb sunlight, we have a lot of people who claim it, still haven't proved or backed it up yet. So again, they come to the professionals. But anyway, that technology, they can't wait. They want all their windows done with that technology to be able to advertise everything in their business right through glass instead of having this decal sticker that's stuck across their glass that, again, you can't take it with you. That's it. Once they come and you leave, at the end of the day, you're still going to, if you're renting the building, you're going to have to pay somebody to come with a power washer and putty knife and to take that thing down because you can't take it with you once it's up there. But the ad tech can come down. And that's what they liked about it. The windows stay intact. They can take the screen down at will. And the fact that that screen can pull through sunlight. So I'll be doing some demonstrations in some interesting places, including here with AdTech, but also too, we'll be converting a lot of screens. So I thought to myself, we need to have a special screen paint for commercial use. And that's what I'm working on. A screen paint strictly for commercial use. Can't get it off the website. You got to go to invoices to get them. And mostly I'll be on site anyway, so I'll be going in and out of businesses anyway. We'll be selling this product right from there. So that's what we're going to be working on next. Man, this is going to be amazing. And we're going to have it all on commercial areas when we show it off. Because there's no point in saying it's commercial and you got it shown at a home. That's like saying that your product can't be used at a home and it's never shown that it can be used at a home and it has to be used at a business. And you only see this in a home setting. That's just stupid. Can it be used for home? Yeah, it can be used for home. But we're just making it for commercial use. It's more of a really advanced, high gain. It's going to have a little bit of ad tech and technology inside of it for commercial use. And it's not available in your normal sizes, so you're not going to be like, okay, I can get one. No. We're talking about it starts off at 2 gallons to 10. So it's a lot of paint, and it's a little bit more expensive than the rest of the other stuff we're developing, but it's a little bit more different. So that's what we're working on next. But yeah, that white projector, white screen up there, man, we could do that thing outside with no problem whatsoever. I was just looking at that. I was like, yeah, we can. That's no problem whatsoever. That's easy to do. They were going to advance, probably go out and buy a brand new projector to fix it. That wouldn't have fixed it at all, period. So all these restaurants out here, all these office buildings, just about every place out here, we can cope with that with our technology because we can read in fully lit environments. That's why I sit there and tell people at the end of the day that if you're cutting corners and you're doing demonstrations in dark environments just to try to make your product look good, you are only cheating yourself. You can't take that product in there. It's virtually impossible. The lighting that was in that restaurant, that was more lighting than what I've seen in most people's places that show off their screen paint. Can't fire off in that environment. It won't work. Your screen will wash out. And what are you going to do in a setting like I'm in? I'm in an office setting. You can't run a great projection screen in here. They can't read in here. Neither can the white screens read in here. Gunmetal technology, and the more expensive screens, they can read in these environments. We pick up in these environments, but those other screen paints, they can't read in here. So that's what that comes down right there. So that's why I said in the day that, yeah, we're going to have to upgrade or become obsolete. Because the minute we start doing more demonstrations for dedicated theater rooms, more demonstrations in dark environments, showing where a gray and white screen can't survive, not even a gunmetal can survive next to a black screen. That's pretty much it. But I'm more happy about the fact that, man, I'm going to branch out everywhere down here. And I mean everywhere. I'm going to branch out. And look at the naysayers probably thinking like, well, let's figure out where the location is so we can get... No. Naysayers. I wouldn't think about that right now. Lawyers is what you need to think about. Or strongly, I'm dead serious. You really need to think and concentrate on that. Get yourself a very good attorney. Because again, for the dumb stuff that you were doing, we're trying to destroy my company and contact. We got all that. We got all your emails from you reaching out to companies and making false statements. We got all that information. So the judge is going to see that you went over and beyond to try to wreck my business. And anyone else is involved in that, guess what? I'm hiring me as special attorneys with an S, which means their job is basically to track down individuals who go well beyond their means of basically trying to destroy my business and drag you into court. that you get some of that reality check. You know what I mean? When you're sitting in front of a judge and trying to figure out how you're going to pay Mr. Bird $1 million or more. Yeah. And if I can get the attorneys to push it, get you some jail time too. Because I think nothing more pops up that reality check than basically knowing that you're going to lose everything you worked for in life and you're going to lose your freedom in the process. And I don't understand people at the end of the day. I mean, common sense, really, seriously. I'm out here trying to build my company at the end of the day. And you got individuals that are so jealous and so bitter about what I do that they are going to contact businesses that I'm working with to try to make trouble for me. No. That's not going to happen anymore. We're done with that. Attorneys and the people that I'm hiring to take care of this nonsense, I'm going to start hunting you guys down. You're going to get a nice little letter in the mail. How the heck do you figure out where my address? We're going to find exactly where you're at. I got a couple of IT boys that I basically hang out with. I'm going to bring them on the payroll. I'm going to figure out where you're at. Send you a little document from an attorney telling you, look, back down, pull all videos down, give you a certain amount of time. You got cease and desist order go out. You don't want to abide it, we'll see you in court. That's it. Cut and dry. Because you shouldn't be doing stuff like that at all. Gee whiz. Unbelievable. And it's interesting because it doesn't backfire for me. When you contact companies like that, it basically boosts us at the end of the day because I can clearly go in and say, well, look, they see our technology. People are so stupid. I don't understand how they are. They see our technology right there. It's painted in. It's on display. Everything you just said about my product, they know it's a lie because they're looking at it right there in front of their eyes. And then tell them at the end of the day, this is the people online that basically that are jealous of our technology, and this is how they're reacting. And they like that because they know our technology is good. Thank you so much for that. Man. And that's a new company that just popped up. I'm about to hit that place and all their chains at the same time. Boy. Let's see. All right, so this is going to come out. I got to go, people. See ya.